Alright, welcome back to a new video. This time we're going to be going over something entirely different. So if you've been following the news, in the recent past week or so, a content creator by the name of Smokealana, you've probably heard of this. She got hit with some policy breaks on YouTube. I'll show in the corner up here as well. So she essentially got a strike or a violation on her channel for reacting to a video of a guy who killed a mosquito, then took a piece of tape and stamped it into a book. Okay. Then later on, she reacts to a Joe Rogan clip. One of the guests in the show said a certain word, and then she got hit with a sexual and nudity policy. I don't understand this right here. Later on, they would revoke some of it, but then some of it would still stay up. Some of the strikes against her channel makes no sense. But what I found weird though is that a lot of people are saying it's based on AI algorithms, or I genuinely wonder if that's actually the case. I think what's going on here is I believe anybody who might be somewhat right-leaning, I think their channels are potentially at risk on YouTube. And what I say, or why I mean that, or why I think that at least, is that there's other content creators on YouTube. I'll use like Tactical Templar. I think Tactical Templar is a very far right-leaning content creator. He does say a lot of things I don't necessarily agree with. He says here, you cannot rape your wife or husband. Consent is implied that you have become one with flesh under God. I understand what he means here, but I clearly think it should have been worded differently. And I would hope that he doesn't actually literally mean this, like as in literal, like verbatim, right? Because you can rape your significant other, right? And you can't say you actually can, right? Just for context, or just to put it in your mind, like if you go to your significant other and I don't know, you chloroform them, knock them unconscious, you tie them to a bed, they can't move, and you then force yourself on top of them, they clearly they're not in that kind of thing, then obviously yes, you can, right? But I don't know. It's definitely, regardless of the way you look at it, this tweet is fucking shit and it's bad. All right, moving on. But he has in the past got suspended, and they blamed it on AI detection in some of his videos, or inauthentic content, I believe is what the actual terminology used with. If you go on Twitter and you actually look for it, there's a lot of these posts where people are saying that, hey, my channel got suspended. I've had it since I was born, such and such. I had it, or several thousand videos. I had 3 of my channels got blocked. Now, I'll take it with a grain of salt. A lot of these channels that I've looked at and I see on Twitter that saying they have been suspended or banned, these channels are from like the Philippines, India, other countries. So it's not entirely, I'm like, I don't know. Are you really that legit, or are you just regurgitating like a lot of shit content, right? And the reason why like I said, I don't think it's got anything to do with AI detection in it is I'm going to show you there's these 3 YouTube channels. They're actually popping off quite well. They're doing really well. And look, I am an advocate for AI. I love AI. I want to push it as much as we possibly can. However, I'm going to show you a few of these channels, all right? So there's these 3 channels, Unfiltered Influence, and the other one, I believe, Influence Circuit, and Underlens. All right. Now, I just picked these 3 channels. There are actually way more than these 3. All right. These channels are, like I said, 3.5K subscribers, 11K subscribers, and 6.9K subscribers. Okay. What do all 3 of these channels have in common? Okay. They are ran by faceless people. There is no person on the screen other than the actual content they're making about for that person. So in this case, this video is about Kai Cenat. So obviously Kai Cenat, and it says XQC was right about Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat, XQC, and a few other people are going to appear in this video. Other than that, the actual creator itself, they never appear in the video, and they all use AI voiceovers. All right, sounds totally fine, right? These 3 channels, almost all of their videos are completely, almost exactly identical with a few minor edits and changes, but for most part, it's the exact same content. So I originally and initially found out about these channels was close to a year ago, back when HCC and Kai Cenat drama first happened. All right. They had their little beef, is whatever. I watched the video. Oh, okay. So it kind of gave me a nice recap. Okay, fine. Good video. A few weeks ago, I see another video. HCC Kai Cenat drama. I said, okay, all right. I'll bite. I go into it. I'm watching this video. I get halfway into it. I'm like, damn. I swear to God, I've seen this video before. So I didn't think too much of it, right? A few days later ago, here's another video about HCC Kai Cenat drama. I'm like, damn, I literally just fucking watched some of this video a few weeks ago or a few days ago. I'm like, holy shit, how is this? This is, and then keep in mind, all three of these videos, other than the one I watched from way back, I guess, or a year ago or so, these videos are encouraging the same content, right? There is a few days apart, a few weeks apart. I'm like, damn, that's okay. Dude, it's almost word for word the exact same. You go to these channels and the thumbnails, I shit you not, are actually so, they're done in almost the same way. I think, I could be wrong here, I think the same person is running all three of these accounts. All right. I could be wrong, but let's look. All right, so this is Influence Circuit, right? They were right. It's over. He was right. And you go through all this here, and they're all about the same topics over and over and over, and they're constantly regurgitated. Let's go back to Unfiltered. All right, let me close this out. And I'll close this out. Now, look, I get a lot of people probably use these thumbnails right here, but the content and how it does is exactly almost identical. If you watch one of these videos, this right here, HCC's Expose Kai Cenat's entire group, and if you go to Influence Circuit or even Underlens, you watch a similar video with a similar title, it's like it's exactly the same. All three using AI voiceovers, right? And the reason why I don't think it's the AI algorithm targeting channels and getting these banned, because all three of these channels are, you could maybe make the argument that maybe it's possibly inauthentic content, you know? If a channel like Tactical Templar can get hit with a strike for inauthentic content, but these channels can stay up, it kind of makes you wonder, like, I think what's actually going on here is that there's somebody at Google that is very possibly on the left-leaning side of things. And because they don't agree with what some of these content creators say and what their current political standings are, I believe they are targeting certain channels, certain VTubers like Smogalana, Tactical Templar, and others. I think this is honestly, it's very interesting to me that if you really, I'm not kidding you. Whenever you get a chance sometimes, go and check these videos out. It is almost word for word the exact same thing. And these channels are doing really well. They're popping off. 84, 72K views, 249K, KS already getting Elite Sideman. I would not be surprised. Like I said, I think these channels are being run by the same person. Hey, I could be wrong though. I just don't think that the new algorithm with YouTube and AI content detection is targeting those channels. I think it's because of people's political standings. Okay. As always, it greatly helps me out. Subscribe to my channel. Leave a like down below. As well, tell me if you agree, disagree. As always, everyone, peace out and have a good one.